Alright class, settle down, class is in session, everyone get to your seats. Okay, so I'm going to have to start working on something to replenish my sanity, which is faltering a little bit after all those jump escapades, but that's fine. Space these out a little bit as we plant them. There we go. Okay, so let's pick this stuff back up. Still plenty of inventory space. I need a board, which I can't build right now. I think I'm out of wood. So let's do that tomorrow. Looks like all my monster meat has turned to rot, so we're just going to fertilize this. It's another dragon fruit, obviously, and that's the advantage of using a dragon fruit seed. That's corn. That's also corn. Now, different vegetables are more or less common than one another. The more common ones are corn and carrots, which don't do very much. The more rare ones are things like this dragon fruit. As you can see, this time I got 2 seeds. The number that you get is random. You can either get 2 seeds of a crop, or you can get 3. And it is always worth trying to get dragon fruit seeds. And personally, I also like, what's it called? Eggplant seeds. Eggplants, fairly simply, just throw them in the cooker, and they'll give you 20 health back, and they'll also give you a decent amount of other stats back. So, looks like the drying racks are also finished here, so let's harvest these 2. Drop some more meat on these drying racks. Now, as you can see, jerky, always fresh. Maximum freshness, even if the meat was starting to go bad when you put it on there. Let's see, axe. And we just need some wooden planks for our refrigerators. Pretty sure that's all I need. Let's see. Grab these seeds as well. Once we've got our refrigerator up and running, I'm going to probably work next on getting more farms, more drying racks, expanding that out a little bit. And of course, getting more food, because we need to start stockpiling food for winter. It's only 7 days from winter. It goes by really, really quickly. We're also going to want to look into some winter clothes. For that, you want to consider getting either a lot of Beefalo. You need some rocks. I'm going to go have to mine more, since I'm running short. We're going to want to expand out the number of boxes we have, and I'm just going to run around looking for a lot more resources in general, because that's sort of what we need. What we can also start looking for at this point in time is trying to cause trouble with the trees. If you chop down enough trees, eventually you'll fight a treant guard thing. And they're a really vicious boss fight that comes around when you chop down trees. There's a 1% chance per tree or so. You have to cut down an awful lot of them on average before you get one. Sometimes you get one right away because you're lucky. They're fairly easy to kill when there's only one of them, but you can spawn up to 3 of them at a time, I think. Maybe 4. I've only ever seen 3. But when they do show up, they're pretty nasty. And you can either fight them for living logs and monster meat, which are good resources to get, or you can fight them and have them, or you can avoid fighting them by dropping pine cones and planting trees. If you plant more trees, it'll sort of placate them, they'll settle down, and they'll eventually go away. However, well, they don't truly go away, they'll still be there. It's just that they won't be aggressive anymore, they'll go back into tree form. That tree is still a tree guardian if you want to go harvest the living logs later on. But for that moment in time, they'll be docile. They won't attack you, and that's the sort of important part, I suppose. Okay, let's drop these on the ground until I've got all this set up here. Fine. Board. Okay, we need an icebox, which requires 2 gold as well. Oh, okay, I only have 1 gold. I should have picked that up while I was by the spiders. Okay, so fortunately, we've got this portal that leads right to those spiders and to that gold. Okay, let's just grab this up really quickly and get back to base. I'm gonna chop down another one of these just before I go because I'm down here. No point expending way more sanity than I have to, honestly. this might be a good night to eat a jerky since we're getting a little bit lower on sanity, but not so low that I'm concerned. 140, perfectly acceptable. And I think that'll be enough gold for now. We just want this in case I need to build another refrigerator, or if there's anything else that costs gold that I forgot about costing gold. Now the problem here, of course, is that everything's going to turn into spider queens, and this portal's going to become invalid pretty darn quickly. At that point in time, we're going to want to just walk down there. Or we'll have to come with a lot of firepower. A lot more than we've honestly got right now. Now, that's going to be an icebox. And these things are great. It severely reduces the amount of time it takes for something to decay. Let's get rid of these trees just because they're in the way. I kind of liked having some trees around the base because they look nice, but obviously they're in the way too much. Want to have your icebox somewhere easy to access and within your fire radius so you can see it. Let's get ourselves another set of planks, 3 of them, and build ourselves another box because clearly we're out of storage space here. Let's build it up here. Toss our pigskins in it, our rocks, and our remaining... Actually, no, our gold can go in here. So let's pick up these purple gems. Use these to make a shadow manipulator, which is the highest sort of tier of crafting items. And that looks like that's everything we're going to need to get rid of for now. Let's get ourselves some more butterflies. 2. I think I saw another one down here, but it looks like it's gone to sleep. So going to drop these down here. Okay, our next objective going to be getting ourselves... Let's get ourselves a beekeeper's hat, so we're going to have to start farming a lot of silk. We're actually going to also spend the night out on the fields again. We're going to go shave some beefalos. For that, I'm going to have to go grab my shaver. Shaving beefalo gets you beefalo fur. You only do it at night. That's when they're docile enough to let you do it. And when you do this, you should probably be wary of when morning is about to come, because if you are there, and since today is day 13, tomorrow will be day 14, they will kick my ass. Since I've got the seeds that I want, I'm going to start eating these. Just because I don't really need more of them. Let's see. Also, we wanted more... Oh, they're already in heat. Okay, well, this night's going to be very interesting. So, when their bottoms are red like that, they are angry. They'll attack you if you get too close. So you can just sort of skirt around. You should know the distance that you can get. It's pretty close. Just don't get right in their faces. Like, see, they're not aggressive here. I can get this close pretty easily. But you don't want to get any closer than this. Just going to collect whatever poop we can from the fringes here, manure, to be more technical, because we want to be able to set up more farms. Now, I'm going to set up a couple of basic farms at this point, since we've already lived through to day 13 on the food from our advanced farm. We don't really need the increased production or the increased speed of production from the advanced farms anymore. We can now rely safely on regular ones. Okay, let's go shave ourselves some beefalo. You know, they've decided to wake up, which is a little bit peculiar. Yeah, let's get down here for a little while. So they de-aggro on us. Yeah, I don't usually see them wake up like that in the middle of the night. Let's get some more fuel on here. But this should be enough beefalo fur. Oh, nope. One more. Oh, shit. What? Apparently I decided to punch a beefalo, and I have no idea why. Well, morning hath come. It's a good thing I've got my footballing helmet on. Jesus. Okay, well, that was interesting. I can't tell if these guys are still in heat. Doesn't look like it. No, they still are. That was a bellow that says they still are. But we got everything we came for. We got 9 of this beefalo wool. Not sure why spacebar caused me to punch one of them. I didn't have a weapon equipped. Normally that only happens when you've got something equipped. In any event, let's head on back to base and dump this off. Get ready to capture a bunch of spiders. We need to see if our twigs have started growing again, because we're going to need some more twigs. We're going to need some more grass. And while I see one here, I may as well capture this butterfly. Perfect, got some more twigs. I was hoping the drying racks would have finished some of this jerky, but looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. So as you can see now, we've got 2 dragon fruits. Eat that. We can harvest these. Oops. And there's a beefalo or qualiphant trunks to our south too. This is a really good day. I'm gonna feed him both of these. Okay, so we've got 4 seeds from that, so we can fill all of these farms with dragon fruit, which is slowly but surely increasing our yield of dragon fruit to other crops to like 100%. Let's build a basic farm. Now, you can still catch birds without baiting them, so that's why I've just done that. But, yeah, that's basically what that is. It's just going to hopefully rely on the luck that someone's going to be stupid enough to fly into it. Okay, let's get these down here. And let's go hunting some spiders, because that's our new objective for today. Get enough silk for winter. Now, one of the important things that I need to get is a winter hat. And a winter hat is 4 beefalo wool and 4 silk. Once I've got that, I'll be able to survive winter a little bit better. For now, though, let's just go get ourselves some spiders. We're going to use that same technique that we've been using every other day. Going to just drop down baskets and catch what comes into it. Okay, this is still level 2, so we can't really fully harvest this. Looks like there's some spiders that got too close to the beefalo, so that'll save us some time here. These guys aren't too tough, so I'm not going to waste my good weapon against them. Strange. Okay, well, either way, let's head on up here. These guys are still in, we have to be cautious mode. Oh, there we go. Huh. Right, well, let's do it like this. Okay. Lots of silk is required for a beekeeper's hat. We need silk as well for a boomerang, potentially. Looks like that one's all done. So let's see where our next spider's nest was. They were both to our left. It's by the touchstone, I think they're called. Yeah, the touchstone. I forgot to plant that dragon fruit seed. That's a horrible thing. Anyway, we've got plenty of resources, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now, dragon fruit are good just because of the one recipe. It's dragon fruit 3 sticks, and that'll heal something like 80 stamina or something ridiculous. It's really, really filling. Creates a dragon fruit pie. Oh, we can harvest this one. Perfect. Okay, keep doing this. Now, once it's level 3 like this, you want to destroy it, actually. So, it'll drop a cluster of spider eggs. And you can use those spider eggs to replant the spider's nest. So you'll get a ton of silk from it, and you'll get all of the spiders as well, and you have the option of, you know, continually farming that area for spiders. So you just keep doing this until it's empty. It's the safest way to do it. I could build another trap, honestly, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I suspect that the trap is, or nest is, no, still a couple more. These will be the last 2 since it didn't spawn the full wave of 3. can do this pretty safely into the night, so I'm going to continue on. Once you cut it down, replant it in the same place or closer to your base if you'd like. There we go. And these are the egg clusters. You pick that up, replant it with the right click button, and let's go pick up this trap and head on up to the other one, which we want to check to see if it's also level 3. If it is, we're going to have to chop it down as well. If you let a level 3 stay for about, I think about 6 days, it turns into a spider queen. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to do this regardless. It's only level 2 anyway, so we're not going to worry about it. But we are going to get to the Beefalo herds because it looks like we're about to get attacked by wolves again. This is a pretty fast day for our second wave of wolves, but that's fine. We're going to defend against it the exact same way we did last time. You know, actually, I'll show you what you do when you don't have the option. Like, we have got the option to run into the Beefalo herds, get them to defend us for us, so we don't have to fight personally. You can always do that, but if you can't for whatever reason, you're too far off, I'm just going to show you what it's like defending yourself against the wolves anyway. I have so many pine cones. Okay, there we go. Let's use this up. Get it out of our inventory. That cooked morsel, and plant this there. Okay, so it'll take them a little while before they actually attack us. Let's build ourselves a beekeeper hat. I think I have enough. Yes, I do. Looks like we got ourselves another morsel. Seems like a good spot for a random trap. Okay, we'll eat another morsel, because why not? Actually, let's toss this, a monster meat, our mushroom, and a twig in here, because I feel like eating a kebab. We're also going to eat this pumpkin. Perfect. Okay, so we're about to be attacked by the wolves. As you can see, like, log suit I've got. And yeah, it's just basically this is what it's like. You just sort of stand here and you press spacebar basically, and they'll eventually get killed. And they do very little damage because I've got the football helmet and I've got the log suit. But if you don't have that combination, they're probably going to cause a lot of damage to you. So you have to be very careful about what you've got equipped. And also you can only do this in the early years. Later on in your life, that is going to become way too dangerous. Okay, let's pick up our jerky. We're out of fresh meat, so we're going to want to go hunting pretty soon. Let's put all this in the fridge here. And let's pop down some toasted seeds as well. Since we've got this now, we can go harvest these bee boxes. You're going to take a little bit of damage, but look, it's only a few points. Then you just run away, and they'll de-aggro. And now I've got a good stack of honey. So we're going to go toss this into our box there as well. I'm going to put the football helmet back on and continue on with my day. Now, at this point, there isn't actually a whole lot that I need done before winter. Can see that there's koalefant tracks right below me. So we're going to deal with these. But other than that, like, you just sort of hunt. You can add more farms, which I'm going to do tomorrow. I need to cut down some trees, but at this point in time, we're basically set. We're set for winter. We've got all the food we really need for winter. We've got a good base. We've got good gear. And we know where everything is. So at this point, we can handle pretty much anything the game decides to throw at us. I might use this trunk for a vest. It's a bit of winter clothes. It's a pretty decent way to stay warm in winter. On down here, I kind of want to get some of these sticks. Get these up close to my base. You can do the same with grass, but you have to spend a lot more resources maintaining them because you have to fertilize grass. I could also start transplanting berry bushes into my base, but again, they need grass, fertilizer. And whenever I have fertilizer, I much prefer just tossing that in my garden. Did that track despawn? No? There it is. Behind that tree a little bit. And Qualiphant up here. Perfect. Okay, so once again, you just sort of drive them to the coast. Last time I was inordinately lucky about how he, oh, shit. Oh, there we go. He got a hit on me, but that's okay. It's only because I was surprised that I hit him at all. Okay, just run away again. Yeah, I'm getting pretty lucky. Sometimes you have to chase him up and down the coast a little bit. Oops. But, yeah, there we go. Got another one. Tons of meat again. That'll last us all through winter by itself, basically. You can eat these berries and pick up these the rest of these berry bush berries, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, those Qualiphants, every time you get a chance to hunt one, once you're sort of established, or even when you're not sometimes, great idea to just go in and kill some Qualiphants. Because that's just so much meat, and so little effort to do it. It might seem like, you know, you're spending a lot of time doing that, but that's honestly more meat than you're going to get pretty much any day that you go hunting for anything else. And it's a lot safer, too. Like, you could try to get it from Beefalo, but Beefalo are probably one of the most dangerous things that provide meat that you can hunt. Just because they deal a lot of damage, and there's so many of them. Like, fighting them is like fighting a dozen Qualiphant. It's just brutal. Not what you want to be doing on a given day. Now then, let's get back to the business of chopping down trees. We're still low on lumber. In fact, I don't think I have any lumber anymore. That's what we're going to want to do now from day 15, 16, 17, 18. Is just getting our resources all in order. But this is today's tutorial, expanding our base a little bit, getting all the rest of those essentials down, and how to do that, and what are essential. As you can see, like, I could eat these carrots and I'd be at pretty much full stamina, but I'm busy, so... There, yeah, like, we're not anywhere close to hungry. We've still got tons of food, we've got a very efficient farm set up, and we've got so much good stuff coming in that we don't need to worry about any sort of impending death. We could potentially be killed by monsters if we get reckless, but, you know, you just have to not do anything too reckless. Just wear your football helmet and you'll be fine. Our football helmet is about to break, so we might want to build a pig village around our place soon, but we don't need to do that quite yet. We can do that in the winter, and that would be perfectly fine. As you can see, tons of dragon fruit around here. Gonna harvest one of these. Let's harvest two of them, actually. We'll give them to the bird. Oh, let's de-equip the shovel. Okay, so we got 3 dragon fruit seeds. We can keep this one. And plant these 3 seeds. Got ourselves another morsel. And the reason I'm catching birds still at all is that literally I just may as well keep putting that there until it breaks. Let's put the shaver in here. Silk. We'll probably make the Qualiphant trunk into a vest that'll help us live through the winter a little bit better. If we're going to do that, though, we're going to need more spider silk. Going to plant these as well. A little sort of pseudo farm around here. Meat on the drying rack. And I'm going to show you the recipe that you use with dragon fruit this night. And once I've done that, I'm going to call the video. I think that'll be enough learning for today. Let's go over to the crock pot here, put our dragon fruit in there, and let's see if this recipe still works or if it got patched, because it is pretty darn broken. Toss our stuff in the fridge so it doesn't spoil. And in the morning, we will be collecting from our bee boxes again. The reason I'm getting these slow basic farms right now is that we don't really need too many more of the advanced farms. The advanced farms are for when you're hungry now and you just need that boost of food. But this stuff I'm going to be leaving lying in the fields for quite some time. The reason for that is stuff doesn't decay when it's in your field still. It only starts decaying once it's been picked. So it's a good way to store stuff in winter. Ah, perfect. Okay, this is a dragon pie. We're going to keep it in our inventory since I'm too full on stamina to eat it right now. But I will show you what the dragon pie is like in our next episode. Surviving up until winter, the last few days. I'm going to shut this bird up because that's driving me crazy. And yeah, this has been day 15. I hope you found this informative, and I hope to see you all next time.